So for my inspiration for media communications or media in general, really stems from me growing up in the era where it was tabloids, like kind of like when tabloids started to like become big, and all these celebrities were having like their little like disputes or having like some go wrong with them, and they always had to have someone come out like a PR rep or someone like explain their story to them. And even as a kid, I was kind of intrigued by that of like who does that and how they do it. So that kind of was like the little seed planted of like what I want to do in the future. I work different careers, but as I get older, I noticed like the rise of social media and how people kind of present themselves on social media and how brands do. And when I worked all these jobs, they always like talked about how you carry yourself is really how you are and how you perceive to others. And this kind of stood out to me. And when I was juggling back and forth with what I want to do the rest of my life, I kind of always had a knack for like people's perceptions and how they really like saw you and how they saw like the world and how you can translate that. So that's how it really started. And again, going back to the social media aspect, when asking about the next like 20 years of media, obviously with the recent net neutrality trial that went on and debate for that, it's gonna be a little different. But I still think social media is gonna have a big impact on what goes on for the next couple of years. It's obviously shown that through brands like Wendy's that like they have their brand like sold through social media. Their Twitter account's very sarcastic, which kind of goes with the humor of this day and age. And I think brands are really going to gear towards that more in the future. I think that we'll see less and less of brands using advertising through TV and commercials. I mean, you look back at Dollar Shave Club, and they started their whole entire business off of one YouTube ad, and they started another product off another YouTube ad. They're kind of staying away from TV commercials. Granted, there were TV commercials from that one ad, but there were snippets of what the original one was, and it was released through internet. I think that's going to be really the changing over of the way we see media nowadays. I remember my mother actually worked in advertising for a paper, and the whole department was laid off because the paper transitioned into just doing online advertising. So that was a big lesson that like in the future it's basically going to be all online and that's it. And that's kind of like how like, all media in general is going to move towards.